All right, let's go ahead and move on. Up next, we got the Vikings, 3-5, going to the Chargers, 5-3. The Chargers are at home and favored by a field goal. The over/under is 53. The Chargers have allowed the most rushing yards per game, 161.6, and yards per carry at 5 this season. Great news for Dalvin Cook fantasy managers like yourself, Jake. So personally, I'm not looking forward to that. That means I'll be on Matt's good side, as I will be desperately rooting for the Chargers to get up early, pull away quickly, so the Vikings' only option is to throw themselves back into the game. Please, Chargers, do me that favor. I'd greatly appreciate it, especially if you involve Mike Williams, because he's been down. It's hurting my feelings. History is not on my side, however, as each of the Vikings' 5 losses this season have been by 7 points or fewer, so they are keeping games close. Jake, I'm going to turn it over to you. What do you think is going to happen, Vikings Chargers?
I think Dalvin's going to run all over your face.
My heart.
The Chargers' face. No, yeah, like you said, the Chargers this year, for being a really good defense, have not been able to stop the run at all. They're the worst team in the league for stopping the run right now. So I think the Vikings are definitely going to rely on Dalvin a lot. I know there's some news coming out with Dalvin Cook right now. It's just too quick, not enough information. The NFL's not going to move on anything this week. So I think Dalvin's a very, very safe play. If not, hopefully you have Alexander Madison, because either way, those are two very, very safe plays, whoever the starter is.
I hope he starts and then gets emotionally exhausted and has to sit the rest of the game.
I don't hope that happens. Yeah, as far as the wide receiving core for the Vikings, Jefferson and Thielen, I would temper your expectations on this one, because that is where the Chargers are actually really good as far as their defense. And what we thought their defense would be this year is, yeah, they could cover wide receivers really well. I believe they're top 5 against covering fantasy wide receivers, maybe top 10, but they're definitely in that upper echelon. So temper your expectations with Jefferson and Thielen. Go ahead and let Dalvin Cook run all over your fantasy opponent, whoever that is. Hopefully it's your cousin on this one, so you could just rub it in his face. But with all that being said, I'm going to take the Chargers on this one to cover. I just think they're a better team. I know the Vikings have done really well as far as keeping, especially last week, keeping up and even being up in most of the game last week against the Ravens. So that's a really good AFC team. They face another really good AFC team. I just don't trust the Chargers, or sorry, not the Chargers. I don't trust the Vikings to hold on and to be able to cover. They're going to keep it close. This line of 3 makes me nervous a little bit, but yeah, I think the Chargers take this one. As far as on the Chargers side, go ahead and start everybody. Eckler, Herbert, Keenan, Mike Williams, pretty favorable matchups across the way. So, yeah, I'm really, really hoping for a huge, huge, huge Dalvin game personally. And yeah, I just think Chargers are in cover on this one. The over-under, I'm not sure where I'm at on this one. I'd love to hear your thoughts, because I have not made up my mind. I'm also in a huge fade me season of over-unders. I've been terrible at it. So I'd love to see where you're at on this game, Mike.
Oh, dude, it's going to be under, because the Chargers are going to win 40-0.
God, I hope not.
Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Justin Herbert. Cook is even an okay stream for Jared Cook in terms of tight ends. And then on the other side, Dalvin Cook, of course, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Tyler Conklin is an okay streamer. And yeah, the over-under is high. Kirk Cousins is an okay streamer. Not the best one out there, but he's an okay streamer. I'm also going to be taking the Chargers in this one, even though the Vikings do tend to keep games close. I'm just not rooting for that, so I'm not going to bet against myself and what I'm rooting for. That's the only reason I'm taking the Chargers in that spot. I really need a good game from the Chargers and a really bad game, specifically from Dalvin Cook. So I'm just glad that I'm 3 games up on you because I don't think I own the tiebreaker between us, and I don't think you're going to catch up with me. So let's go ahead and move on.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So I'll take the over then because I'm hoping for a great game from Dalvin Cook and probably about 5 touchdowns. So I'll take the over.
Fine, very realistic. All right.
I will throw in just a player prop. I will throw in a plus 2 touchdown score, not because I have Dalvin Cook, but because of the actual matchup. I will throw in a player prop of plus 2 touchdown for Dalvin Cook.
Yay.
Legit, not because of fantasy, because of matchup.
No, I know that matchup is terrible for me. Thank you for listening to this little highlight of the 2 Minute Drill podcast. If you want to follow along to other games, here's a playlist for you. If you want to listen to the show in its entirety, show links are in the description. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.